Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. If this is your first time here, you are most welcome. I'm gonna be filming my Boxycharm unboxing. This is like my third attempt to film this video. This is day 3 of trying to film this video. So I already know what's going to be in the box. So I decided to go ahead and do my eyes because there's no eyeshadow palette in this month's box. I'm just gonna quickly open the box so we can see what's inside, and then we'll jump into the try-on portion of the video. Real quickly before we begin, if you don't know what Boxycharm is a $21 a month subscription service where you receive 4 to 5 full-size beauty products each month that comes to a retail value of over $100. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link for Boxycharm down below in my description box where you can go ahead and sign up if you want to receive the box. I know that they don't have a wait list right now, so if you guys are interested, you'll be able to sign up and you'll probably receive this month's box if you sign up now, or if not, you'll definitely receive next month's box. So yeah, with that said, we're gonna hop right over and get into the unboxing portion of this video. So this is what it looks like. Again, when you open it, it just always comes with their where you could go ahead and follow them on right here. Right on the top here we have a card. This is the card that tells you the theme for the month, and it also has the list of the products that are in here, gives you kind of a description of the products that are in here, and also it tells you the prices of the products that are in here. Last month they did go ahead and give us like a pamphlet form, which I was feeling way more than this, so I guess they're back to their card. One very exciting thing about this month's box is that they did go ahead and give us an extra product in the box because of their theme this month, which is boxy bash. They're celebrating their birthday. On the back here we have a list of all the products. You guys can see, I don't know if you can definitely read it, but I'll go through the products. But then we have some coupon codes on the side here, and I'll leave those in the description box down below just in case you guys want discount off of these websites. You can definitely go ahead and use these codes. The first one is for Cover FX, and you can go ahead and get 20% off if you use the code BOXY, that's BOXY. And for Pure, if you go on their website, you can get 15% off if you use the code boxy. So I'll also leave those in the description bar down below so you guys can go ahead and use those if you want to. The first thing I'm going to pull out from the box is this brush right here. Came the package really nicely in like a plastic wrapper. It's the P12 brush by Aesthetica. That is what it's looking like. It retails for $27. Okay, so yeah, so this brush on its own already is more than the value of the box, which is the full value of the box is $21, and this brush is $27. So yeah, I guess this is a very luxurious brand. Yeah, the brushes are very soft. That's one thing I can say about it so far, is very soft. The next thing from the box is a 3-piece eye trio from Aesthetica as well. This is what they look like. So you get a spoolie, a angled brush, and a fine liner brush. And these Aesthetica 3-piece brushes retail for $45, which I think is a little bit pricey, but I would rather receive them in a subscription box. Next thing in the box goes with the brushes. It's the Pretty Vulgar gel eyeliner in the shade Black List, and this retails for $24. I really like the packaging on this. I feel like it's just very unique. It's just something I feel like I would just leave out on my vanity just to display because I love the packaging. So, and then the next thing in here is this Cover FX blurring primer. This is what it looks like. and this retails for $38. So we got a matte lip gloss by Beauty Creations, and it's in collaboration with Boxycharm because it has the Boxycharm logo right there. This is the color. This matte lip gloss retails for $10. Last thing that we have in the box is this Pure palette. So it's the Pure Sculptor palette, and that's what it looks like. And then when you open it up, you have a nice mirror right here. I'm trying to not blind you guys, but then you get a nice mirror right there, and these are the colors in the palette. I feel like those are very nice colors. I'm very excited about this shade right here. You get two like contour or bronzer shades depending on, you know, I feel like they are very cool toned looking, so I feel like they'd be more for contouring. So you have 2 contouring shades and 2 highlighting shades, shimmer highlighting shades, which are really nice. I'm just going to do some quick swatches. Here are the swatches from the palette. This is the lighter highlighting shade, and this is the darker one. This is the lighter contour shade, and this is the darker contour shade. They are okay. So now that we've unboxed the box and we see all the products that we have in the box, we're going to just jump right in and put them on my face. So the first thing I'm going to test out is the Pretty Vulgar gel eyeliner, and I'm going to try to use it with the fine angled liner brush. And so let me show you what it looks like. All right, so that is one eye down with the gel liner, and I have to say I really do like it. Now it's kind of messy right here, and that's why I used the tape. I was very surprised by this brush because it really did just kind of glide on super easy. I had to do with the formula of the product as well, because the product is so creamy and it's so opaque that I did not have to like go over it a dozen times just to build it up. So both of these together did work really nicely. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my other eye. I went ahead and lined the other eye, and they're not like perfect, but I do still like the product. I did enjoy using the brush. I feel like I will continue to practice my gel liner. So we're going to move to the next product in the box, which is the blurring primer. I love blurring primers. Anything that's going to help with the appearance of my pores, I'm all for. So the claim on this is that it's a blurring primer that instantly minimizes the appearance of pores and fine lines to create a super smooth, flawless, airbrushed look. So we'll see. So this is what it looks like. It's more of a nude color. It reminds me a lot of the Benefit Professional primer. I like that one. It doesn't have any smell, and it's very thick, like the Benefit Professional one as well. Okay, so I'm going to just tap it in to the areas where I have my large pores and just slightly rub while I tap. I just push it into the skin. It feels very smoothing, and it feels like It's not tacky at all, it's just more smooth. I definitely see where it kind of is blurring my pores, but you really can't tell until you apply like your foundation. So yeah, but so for right now though, I definitely could see a difference in my skin, maybe because it kind of mattified my skin a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some to my forehead because I need to control this disco ball that's going on up here because it is shiny up here. Get the foundation on that. Okay. All right. Just on my chin. Okay, so now that I have the primer on, my skin definitely looks a little bit more mattified. I definitely could tell that my pores are looking a little bit smaller. I don't know, maybe my mind's playing tricks on me, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put my foundation on and then I'll be back. So now that my foundation is on, I feel like my skin is looking a lot smoother than it did before. Maybe it's just me, but I really do like this primer. I feel like my foundation looks like really nice. It's sitting well on my skin, and this is a foundation I use every day. This is the mix of the foundation I use every day. I mix my Maybelline Fit Me in 368 with the L'Oreal True Match in Cocoa, and those are the two shades I always mix. I do feel like this primer is definitely in my pores. I mean, you can definitely tell that I have pores. I don't look like, my skin doesn't look fake. It also looks very smooth, so I like that. I don't know how it will wear. I don't know if I'm going to end up having to use it with a mattifying primer first, but I hope. Let's see, did it say it mattifies? No, it doesn't say anything about mattifying, so I might need to use a mattifying primer with it. I'm going to move on and finish up the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and try the rest of the products. Okay guys, so I finished up my base and I added I smudged some shadows under my lower lash line. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the angled liner brush that we got in the trio, and I'm going to use that to do my lower lash line liner. It's a very thick brush, so you want to make sure you don't get too much product on there, and you want to be very careful when lining your lower lash line. I think for the future I'll probably just use this brush with eyeshadow instead of with like a gel liner. I probably didn't pick up enough product because I'm so nervous that I'm going to mess up. Okay, so that's the liner. Again, I didn't it did a pretty good job, but for future reference I'm probably just going to use this to smudge shadow on my waterline. So that's what my eyes are looking like. So now we're gonna move on to contouring. Okay, so I know definitely that this shade is going to be way too light for me, so I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Founder, and I'm going to use this shade. So I'm gonna do that fish face. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad in person. On camera it looks very ashy, but I feel like because it's so cool toned, it would be a nice shade, a nice contour. Okay, so it's a very cool toned contour, so that's why I feel like it will work really well for my skin tone. I feel like it did contour me. It didn't look quite as pigmented on my skin tone, but after building it up and blending it out, I do see where it kind of went in and contoured me. I need something that's going to give me some definition, so as long as it did go in and it shows up on my skin tone, is nice. Have to be careful with it though, because it goes from looking contoured to gray in no time if you use too much of this. So that wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead And I'm just gonna take my powder brush and just kind of go over the area. I'm going to quickly bronze up my face because I feel like I need to add some warmth with all that cool tone contouring. Just going to quickly bronze up my face. Now that my face is all contoured and bronzed up, now we're going to move into highlighting, and I'm going to go back to the palette and we're going to use the deeper shade of the two highlights. This one right here, which is called, oh, I pushed my finger in it. Oh, I did it again. Okay, Colette, stop touching the thing. Oh, okay, so when I tap into it, that's what it looks like. So it looks very powdery. That's how much came up with like 2 taps. So I'm gonna dust it off, and even when I tapped it off, that's still how much is on here, left on here. So yeah. Ooh. So I'm gonna just tap it on first. Wow. To see, and then I'm just going to blend. Oh wow, that's I like it. Okay, so now that I'm fully looking like a disco ball, I really do like this highlight. It's really bright and beamy. So the shade in here is really nice. I feel like it's a really nice highlighter. I just like the way it sits on the skin. It blended out really nicely. I know that with this one is going to be way too light for me from this palette, but these 2 shades down here will be good shades for me to use at the contour and for highlighting. Eyeshadow, these 2 could be used as like eyeshadows. So now we're going to be moving on to the next product in the box, which is the Aesthetica P12 brush. I'm going to be using it to do my blush today. I'm going to use a blush that I know works really well so that we can definitely see how the brush performs. Okay, so that felt really nice. I feel like it's a really nice brush. It's super soft on the skin because it's not too dense, and it picks up a good amount of the product and applies it. I did like the way the brush applied my blush. I felt like it did an amazing job of placing the product and blending it out as well. You could also use this brush, I feel like, for all over face powder or maybe even bronzing. It just depends on your personal preference, but I feel like for me, I'm going to enjoy this brush more for blush. Then the last product I have in the box is the matte lip gloss in the shade Kiss Me, and I'm going to use that on my lips. I'm not sure if it matches my whole face look right now. I don't know if it is going to match. It looks like it's going to be a very bright color, but I'm going to just put it on for the sake of this video. I felt like my eye and my lip look is not going to really match, but it looks like it's a nice berry tone, so it would be nice for the summertime. I don't know why they call this a lip gloss, because it is a matte lipstick. It is not glossy at all. It didn't even go on glossy. Yeah, this lip might be a little bit too bright for what I have going on. Like, I feel like it's just for what I have going on, but it's a really pretty color. I do like the color of it. It's really nice. It's sticky. So the lipstick is sticky when you put your lips together. It feels like glue. So I glided on really easy. It was really good. It does have a nice smell to it. It doesn't smell chemically or anything. It smells like candy. It's a very thin formula, but not to the point where it's like streaky. It goes on very even, and it is very matte, so it dries down matte. So I really don't know why they call it a lip gloss, because the moment you put it on, it starts to dry. You feel it drying. Okay, so now right after I had put it on, I could feel it feeling a lot more sticky, so maybe it's still drying down. So I'll just not put my lips together for a bit, and once it dries down fully, and see if the stickiness goes away. But yeah, it feels like the stickiness is definitely going away. The more I have it on, the less sticky it becomes. So if that's it, if the stickiness goes away, I feel like the only thing they need to change about this is the name, because this is just a matte liquid lipstick. I'm gonna go ahead and see if it transfers. Okay, so no transfer at all. It's amazing. I really do like the color. I'm just still trying to get used to it with this look, but I should have thought about that before I did my eyeshadow. Okay, so this completes the try on portion of this video. I have to say that I really liked this month's box. Everything in this box I could use. So this is about an hour after putting the primer on, and as you guys can see, my oils are peeking through to the max right now. So I'm looking very oily, and it's because the primer, I didn't use a mattifying primer. I wanted to see how the primer worked on its own. So this is definitely not good for mattifying, but it's good for pore filling.